We are live. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I've been having a few technical issues today. So, it's a journey for me. It is journey, just like the weight loss journey. It is a journey of learning and discovery and trying new things. So, I hope you can hear me okay. So I'm so used to doing YouTube with videos on video. So recording the video on my phone and then editing it and uploading it. But that takes time. That takes a lot of time. And it's something that is in short supply for me at the moment. So what I've been doing is doing live streams, and live streams work brilliant for me because it's live. It's just live. There is no outtakes. What you see is what you get. Nothing's been edited. But it is a real skill to get a good quality live stream. So I've been practicing with different videos, different platforms, different lighting setups, different positions in the house, different audio. So that's why you're seeing at the moment the quality might be different. So I do apologize if you've seen some of my videos and the sound is awful, but the video is good quality, or the sound is good and the video quality is awful, or all of it is awful. It is a real skill that I am really trying and exploring with. So do bear with me. I do need to invest in some good quality equipment, but that takes money. And at the moment, my little channel has got no money whatsoever. It's got nothing. I do have actually on my YouTube profile a link where if you want to, you can support me. You can buy me a coffee, or you can make a PayPal contribution. Entirely up to you. I'm not asking you to do that, but that is that is available if you would like to support the channel, and any support that this channel gets, it's gonna go into buying equipment so that I could come to you live stream with better quality. So I do apologize. And Horatio, great to have you with me, and I'm so pleased. Thank you so much for letting me know, because I would have done a whole live stream and nobody would have been able to hear me. How awful would that have been? So yeah, as I said, I'm on a journey of learning and discovery, and it's the same learning and discovery about technical equipment to bring you great live streams. So please bear with me. And it's just the same as any other journey. Like when we're on the weight loss journey, we don't start the weight loss journey on day one and know everything. It takes time. We have to ask questions. We have to try things. We have to see what works for us. We have to see what things are not going to work for us. It could be like learning to drive a car. Most people, I know I didn't get into a car and on day one just started to drive. We had to learn. We make those errors, make those bumps, and we keep practicing. So that is it with me doing live streams. And for me, it's more about the quality of the equipment. I need to get the quality of the equipment right, but that's going to come in time. It's going to come in time. But I hope, that being said, I hope you find the content of value. So the audio and the visuals may not be great, but I hope that the content is good. And I can see it's dark. It's looking dark. for me. In fact, I've been looking at my spare rooms at the moment. I've got 2 spare rooms, and I'm trying to create a studio in one of them that is going to be a permanent place for me to do YouTube lives when I'm not in the kitchen cooking. So the lighting in the kitchen is good. Normally I stand at that end of the kitchen and I am facing the window, so I've got all of that natural light. So if I do a live in the morning, top of the day, lighting is brilliant. It's at this time of the day where it's starting to get a bit dim, starting to get a bit dark, so I'm using like my light ring, hence why you can see the rings in my camera, and it's not brilliant, but I'm trying to carve out a space upstairs, which will be my permanent live stream area. So you're cooking. Oh, good. What are you cooking, Horatio? I'm glad that you're watching my videos whilst cooking. And thank you so much for your support. I truly, honestly appreciate all your support watching my videos. And I hope that in some small way, it helps you on your journey. So today it's Monday, the 5th of February, and I've only got like a short time. I've only now got 20 minutes left before I'm back at work. So I just wanted to come in with something quick. Oh, you're preparing some chicken. Nice, nice. So I wanted to come in with something really quick, but that was going to have an impact for you today. And I wanted to talk about motivation because, you know, we got the alliterations, the Monday motivations, and I wanted to talk about motivation on the journey. And, you know, I often see people because I'm in a lot of Facebook groups around Weight Watchers, so Weight Watchers, unofficial Facebook groups, and I often see the question, people say, you know, I need motivation. I need to be motivated. How can I be motivated? I need you guys to motivate me. And you know, I often ponder that, and I think that we can get inspiration and inspired by other people, but motivation is very internal. Motivation is very internal because what motivates one person may not be motivating for another. In fact, it might be really discouraging. So I often think that motivation is very internal, but I think we can be inspired, you know, inspired to take action, because that's the key. When people say they want motivation, really what they're looking for is they want a push to move forward, and they may not have that within themselves at that time. So, you know, because I often think I've got my elastic band with me today, and I often think motivation is a bit like this. Motivation is a bit like this elastic band. So we have this motivation, and sometimes this is us just feeling a little bit meh, whatever the saying is, you know, we feel a little bit like this, yeah. And we know that we need to get up and go to the gym. We know that we need to go and make some healthy choices. We know that we need to, you know, cook that healthy meal. We know that, yeah. But we feel a bit like this. And what we're after often is to be motivated. And when we're motivated, we can start to stretch our abilities, stretch our capabilities, stretch our thinking, stretch our mindset. Yeah. And then we stop being like that. And now over time, we can be like that. But the problem with this is we it's hard to stay at maximum motivation. It's hard to stay motivated all the time. It's really quite difficult to stay motivated all the time, because at some point it's going to come back like that and our motivation dwindles. And then, you know, we're on that high again. We might join, you know, a workshop or a meeting and we feel motivated like that. And then sometimes straight after we go back like that. Or sometimes we wake up in the morning and we think, right, I need to go to the gym. I want to go to the gym. And we feel really motivated, really stretched. And we look outside and it's wet, it's raining, it's cold, it's dark. And the motivation's gone like that. Immediately it's gone like that, you know? And motivation often is like that. Sometimes, you know, I know myself, you know, I've been to the supermarket, I've done the shop, and I've been really motivated. But as soon as I get home, I'm tired, I'm really hungry, and my motivation's gone back to that. And I think that that's the nature of motivation. Motivation is fleeting. We want to be motivated all the time, but life doesn't work like that. And the motivation often, it can either gradually decrease and then we build it up again. It can often be like that. Or we stay like this, unmotivated. Or what can happen is we get so motivated, something comes along and ping. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Where's my motivation gone? My motivation has absolutely gone. It's literally gone. And I don't know where to find it. I don't know where to find it. I don't know where it's gone. How do I get my motivation back? Has that ever happened to you? Has that ever happened to you where you were just so motivated by all of these different things? We become so overwhelmed with so many different things. You know, we're hearing that people are doing keto, they're doing the carnivore diet, they're doing fasting, they're doing the Mediterranean diet, they're doing paleo, they're doing all sorts of things, they're doing slimming well, they're doing all these different things. And it can sound like sugar to our ears. And we listen to these podcasters, these influencers, we read their books, and we're like, yeah, I'm really motivated. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a bit of keto. I'm going to do a bit of fasting. I'm going to do a bit of Mediterranean. I'm going to get in the gym. I'm going to get a personal trainer. I'm going to start walking 10 miles a day. I'm going to do all of these things. We can get so overwhelmed. Before we know it, ping. Motivation's gone. Motivation's just absolutely gone. And it's hard to get back. And yeah, you're right. It's about the mindset ratio. It is. And yes, it happens to you. It happens to me. Yeah, it happens. You know? So motivation. Now, I literally, honestly don't know where my elastic band is, but I've got a hairband, so I'll use that. And motivation like that can come and it can go. So what I've learned on my journey is that motivation is unreliable. Unreliable. Because I know I need to get moving. I know I need to get moving. And I can set my clothes out. I can plan to go to the gym. But if I look out tomorrow morning at 5:30 and it's dark, forget it. Like the covers are back on. I've gone to sleep. Motivation lasted about 30 seconds. That's motivation. That's motivation. It can last for seconds. It can last for hours. It might even, if you're lucky, last for a day or so. But motivation, we can't rely on it. It is fleeting. It can get us started. It can get us started though. So I don't want to completely rule out motivation because it can get us started. But what I've discovered in my journey is that if I was to rely on motivation, I would have given up on week 1. But what's kept me going for 5 years isn't motivation. I'm way past that because I realise motivation's like that, and it's like me other band, it's lost forever. It's probably like in the sink or something, drowned in the sink and washing up. So I had to make that realization. I came to that realization that it's fleeting. It comes and it goes. But what's kept me on my journey is commitment. And, you know, there has been times where my commitment, again, has waned. But unlike motivation, it's never left me because I look at my why. I've looked at why I'm on this journey, why I wanted to get healthier, why I wanted to improve my health, why I wanted to lose weight. I focused in on my why, and that has helped to keep me committed to me, not to the plan that I'm following, not to the community, but to me, to Angela, to my health, not even to, you know, the reason why I'm doing it, which is very interlinked. So that's me. That's my reasons why. Commitment. It's that bond. It's that marriage. That's that bond. And like I did in, I did a live the other week where I was talking about Weight Watchers being a tool. I'm using that tool, the Weight Watchers tool, to help me. I'm using podcasts to help me. I'm using meal planning and the supermarket and cookery books all to help me. But my commitment is first to me and my why. That forms that bond. So I'm totally committed to me, my health, my journey, and my future. So unlike the motivation, which as we saw, flew across the room and has disappeared forever, my commitment is what's kept me going on the journey. And then there's one other really important ingredient. So we know that motivation is fleeting, totally unreliable, but it gets us started. And then being committed to me, my health, my future, that is that marriage. And I often think about it like a relationship. And, you know, we might be with a partner and they might tick us off to the maximum. Doesn't mean we're going to end the relationship or the divorce or divorce them. You know, we accept that, you know, they are going to leave the milk out, or they are going to make a mess when they wash up or not wash the dishes properly. We accept that, you know, but we don't necessarily think, right, you've left the milk out, that's it, I'm divorcing you. Not unless it's the billionth time they've done that and they're doing it deliberately. But generally, do you know what I'm saying? It's like I've got a new kitten and he's ever so naughty. He's cute, but he's ever so naughty. And my older cat, Bobby, she's not very well at the moment, and he keeps upsetting her. And I look at him and I keep thinking, it's not fair on my Bobby that he's here. But then I think, well, I've committed to having him and to raising him and to looking after him. Doesn't mean I'm going to say, right, chucking you out or down the RSPCA you go. No, I work with that because I'm committed to raising him. No matter how naughty he is, I'm committed. So I'll just work around that. So motivation is fleeting. Then I got committed. I was committed to me and my health, my why and my journey. And the last ingredient is consistency. And I often hear people jump from motivation to consistency. I often hear people say, no, consistency is the key. And they're right. But you've got to be committed. You can't be consistent with something that you are not committed about. Yeah? You can't say, I'm going to walk every day and be consistent walking every day if you are not committed to that healthy habit. You can't say, I'm going to cook a healthy meal if you're not committed to doing the shop. Yeah? Can't cook what you haven't got. You've got to be committed. Got to commit to planning the meals, planning the shop, and doing the shop. And then you can be consistent eating healthy meals. So you've got to be committed first and then consistent. Because if you are not committed, you can't be consistent. And that's when we jump from being motivated to consistency. And then when the motivation goes, the consistency walks out the door as well. So we've got to be committed. And that's often the thing people forget when I hear people talking about the weight loss journey, and they jump from motivation to commitment. Motivation to consistency. It's that glue in the middle. It's a sandwich. You've got to be committed. And that links back to your why. And then once we're committed, then we can be consistent. Because we know what we're being consistent to. We know what we're being consistent for. Yeah. And the consistency is so important. Doing those things that's going to get us to our goal day after day after day after day after day after day. Being consistent with saying, do you know what, I'm going to go for that walk, whatever the weather, day after day after. And I often look at it, it's like, people who have dogs. I often think I need to get myself a little dog. I've tried taking the cats for a walk, but they ain't having it. But like people who have dogs and they say the dog needs to be walked. So I'm going to put my coat on and take the dog out for a walk every single day. Why are they consistent with that? Why? Even when they don't want to go for a walk, they're consistent. Why? Because they are committed to their dog and their dog's health. And there may be days they don't want to go. Might be in a blizzard. They don't want to go. But they are committed to the dog and the dog's health. That's why they go. So being consistent every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, that's going to help you get to your goal. So those are the two key things on the journey. And when you are committed to your health and your journey, and you are consistent doing it every day, every week, every hour, every minute, whatever it is, you don't need to rely on motivation. Don't need it. My elastic band, my motivation is across the room. It's disappeared. Don't know where that's gone. It's drowned in the sink. Don't need that. Don't need that. Because I'm committed and I'm consistent. Just like that dog walker. Committed and consistent. Just like a parent taking the child to school every day. Committed and consistent. You take your child, even on those days you don't want to get out of bed, you've got to get your child to school. Yeah, committed and consistent. You might be in the middle of the day doing your shopping, enjoying your day, lunch with the girls, whatever, but you leave off and you go and pick your child up from school. You're committed. You're consistent. You're committed to that child, to your child. You don't want that child to be the only child left at the school gate without anybody picking them up. You're committed to that child. You're consistent in taking them. You're committed to your job. You're consistent in going to work every day. So what? And you don't need to be motivated. Nobody says, oh, I feel motivated to take my child to school in the morning when it's snowing. Nobody says, oh, I feel motivated, to go to work today. No, motivation's gone out the window. Motivation is over there. Yeah, can't even see it. But you do it because you're committed and you're consistent. Committed and consistent. Committed and consistent. That's what's going to get you to your goal, guys. So my motivation on my journey left years ago. I haven't seen my motivation, but every single day I'm committed to me and my health, my journey, my well-being, my mental health, my physical health, improving my health, improving, my relationships with my grandchildren and my family. And I'm consistent in doing all the actions that's going to lead to that relationship growing. So that's my motivation. I'm looking at my time. I can carry on for another 15 minutes, guys. We'll go get back to work. Back in work in 3 minutes. But that is my thoughts for you today. If you've just joined me at this point, go back and watch it. Watch it from the top. We were talking about Monday motivation and the whole concept of being motivated on the wellness journey. So go back and watch that. I would appreciate that. And if you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. And also feel free to join me on Facebook. I have my Facebook group, Time Out with Angela in brackets group, but also my brand new page called Time Out with Angela. And I'm setting that up so I can live stream straight from YouTube into my Facebook group. And then eventually onto Instagram. So yeah, step by step, growing and building. And also, give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and also share it with others. Anyway, guys, I've got a dash. But thank you so much for being with me, and let me know your thoughts on what we've just talked about. I'd love to know. Anyway, guys, I will be back tomorrow. So we'll let you know what time I'm going to be doing the live. So I will see you then. Take care now. Bye.